Hi. Welcome back to the miniature mic monologue. Guys, I feel awkwardly close to my door today. Anyways, welcome back to the podcast, you guys. I am feeling just a little weird today for so many reasons. But the main reason that I'm feeling weird today is because I came here without a clear plan or intention to know what I'm going to talk about. Because the thing that I just keep thinking over the last month, and like every few weeks I would think like, oh, I don't know what I want to talk about. But like literally the last 3 weeks, I was just like, I don't know what I want to talk about. Like I don't have anything to say. And I had the idea to just talk about all the things, or not talk about all the things, but just attempt to encompass my experience with the phrase, I don't know. Like I definitely think, and I'm not trying to speak this out into the universe, but I definitely think if I were to go to heaven today, I'd be like, you write that on my tombstone, because that's the thing that goes through my head the most. And it is the most honest response that I have right now for just my set of life circumstances, as it relates to me personally, as it relates to my societal context in the United States, as it relates to like my mom's life, my family life, like different aspects of my being are so like, I don't know if I'm making the decisions that are going to lead me into a situation that I would regret later. Actually, I rebuke that thought in the name of Jesus, because that's fear trying to manifest itself. But, I just don't know anything. I don't know what anything is going to turn into. I didn't know that I would come to record a podcast on this day in this month of October 2025 and still be in the same financial situation. I didn't know like in January or February or March or April of this year that this would be my financial situation. I didn't know that I could even like survive this long, like I would say that like I don't know how I'm here, how I'm still like able to be in LA and still living, but that's not the truth, because I know that it's God. But there's some things that with your head that you don't know like with your body or with your being or with your soul. And likewise, there are some things that with your soul or your body or your being that you don't know with your head. And I think I'm having not a hard time. I just am like kind of baffled at the amount that I don't know. Like I just don't know what I should. For example, I just don't know what I should be doing with my time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I have 2 different curl patterns in my hair. I don't know how else to, fashion my brain around what I'm doing. So recently I've just stopped trying to fashion my mind around gaining and understanding and trying to figure out if I am in the right or trying to do things the way that God has asked me. I've just like stopped thinking and letting myself sit in and be with I don't know, because I don't know. Like I don't know what to do in between now and the time that I go to work, for example. I don't know what to do about this situation in my finances. I don't know if it means something. I don't know if I have put myself in this situation and I'm the reason that I haven't seen some kind of change in my finances. But then it's like, it's just like all these questions that it's all these questions that I have started to come to accept that this is really bugging me. All these really valid questions that I have, that I am starting to come to accept that it is better to like plead the fifth than it is to try to do what I was doing, which is have something to say or have something to know about it, even if I don't know all of it. And I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I don't really know what I'm doing here in this current moment of my life. I don't really know why I want to know so bad. I don't know why some things I want to know so bad and some things I don't want to know so bad. I don't know if I am, well, that's not true. In relationship with God, we as humans are always the problem because he's perfect, right? And I just looked down at my phone and realized that the head of this dinosaur is gone. I don't know how that happened. That's upsetting. Anyways, I just don't know what I don't know. And I don't know what I don't know about what I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I do my best to not get ahead of myself, but sometimes I don't even know that I'm doing it. And I think I have a certain set of expectations about my ability to perform in situations that appear hard, because it's just what you do as an athlete, right? And it's something that I naturally have excelled at, is performing under pressure. So it's not like getting in a situation that is hard for me is almost cataclysmic. It's like, oh, let's turn it on. That's the signal. We need to start doing something. Let's take it up a level. But in relationship with God, it signals the opposite, because we know that the word says, in his weakness, we are made strong. In my weakness, he is made strong. Sorry. And so I am just constantly like, I don't know. And I feel so like Valley Girl, like, I don't know, because I keep saying that. But I think that I kept getting to this place of, oh, I don't know. And so then I would chill there, because it's like, you know, if I don't know what to do about something, I don't know what decision to make. I'm not going to make a decision, because I'm like, okay, that's helped me get out of places where I've been stuck when I didn't know what to do. And so then, because I haven't known what to do for so often, obviously I would go to God and ask him, wouldn't get an answer. And I'd be like, okay, well, this pastor, I've heard this person say, these people that I trust, like, do the last thing that you have known to do, that you knew to do, like the last instruction that the Lord gave you. And I'm like, I've been doing that. Like the YouTube channel, the podcast, literally just doing my best to not be conformed to this world each and every day, leaning into the spirit and like not into myself. And I think the obvious scripture that I kind of didn't even think about that relates to this is that we lean on our own understanding. And then I also think about, for now, we see things in part, like we speak in part, we prophesy in part, that scripture too. But I think that after that short period of time, I feel like it would be like 2 or 3 days in this past couple of months in my life where I would be like, I don't know. So I'm just sitting in it. I'm just chilling in it. I'm just living. It would come a time where I was like, oh, well, because I don't know, that means I need to know. So my brain would turn on, like, I need to figure out how to know something about this, attempting to and trying to create knowledge out of nothing to satisfy this, like, habit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brain is in this rhythmic habit of searching and finding and searching and finding and searching and finding and searching and finding, like, in that succinct and speed of process, like search, find, search, find, search, find. And I think that I know a lot of things about the Lord and who he is said to be and who he has been to me. But I think I don't know more things, obviously, about him than I do know. And I don't know if I have factored in properly the intentionality of me not knowing, the intentionality of me searching and not finding, the intentionality of me going without but never being in lack. And I think another way to say it is like this. Like, I felt like, even though this has probably been happening my whole life, you know what I'm saying? Because your life is a piece of history in and of itself. Recently, like the last 2, 3, 4, 5 months, I have felt like my life is being lived out like I'm reading pages in a Bible. Meaning that I right now feel like who's a random person in the Bible? I don't know. I'm thinking of all these people, but they're like, my situations are not similar to theirs, so I don't want to say that and make it seem like I'm likening my situation to theirs. We go back in the Bible and we read stories of people like Job, stories of people like Esther, stories of people like Ezekiel, or what's the guy who climbed into the tree? It starts with a Z. I can't remember his name. You know who I'm talking about. He climbed into the tree and then was like, "Oh Lord, Lord," and blah blah blah. Or anybody in the Bible, Abraham, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, all these people, right? We read these stories of their lives, Sarah and Abraham, and we're like, whoa, that took us 3 minutes to read. But that was 70 years of their life. Like, I'm in the 70 years part. And I guess that's just another way of saying, or kind of like a roundabout way of saying, like, what I'm sensing is that my experience with interacting with God in a way that is as tangible as reading it in 3 minutes in a Bible, like in the book of a Bible or on a phone screen, is my current everyday and day-to-day life. And I don't know what is next, because like my story is being written before my eyes. And I think part of my difficulty with that, which is so ironic, because like this time last year I would have told you, like, I can't wait to not have every day, minute, hour pretty much planned out for me. Like, I have to do something in order to be ready for this, or this is happening at this time, so I have to get up to get ready for this, or this or that. Like, I couldn't wait to get out of that. And now I don't have like any of that. Like, sure, I'm working, but I know what time I'm working, and right now my work schedule is not invasive. Like, I can kind of go around it and do what I need to do, and in some aspects of it I can create my own schedule. And so not having that, like, this is happening, 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 has made me more privy to the fact that my life has not been on a page turn story end timeline. It hasn't been on that timeline, even though that's what my day-to-day looks like. Because now my day-to-day looks like now what? You know what I'm saying? Where previously it was like, there was no time to ask now what. It was like, you were there, and now you're here, and now you're here, and now you're here, and now you're here, and then you're going to go there, and then you're going to go there, in 2 weeks you're going to go there, in 3 weeks you're going to do this, in 4 weeks you're going to do this, in 5 weeks. Now it's like, what am I going to do in 30 seconds? What am I going to do in an hour? What am I going to eat for breakfast? I'm already hungry right now. Like, I don't even know what I want to do with, like, I want to make a video, but I don't know what I'm going to make a video about. Like, so many things were put into place to help me do and be an experience in a way that I thought was, and I'm not saying it wasn't normal. I'm not saying that God's hand wasn't on it. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that, like, when your day-to-day reality shifts and your mind has time to kind of just like float between task, responsibility, imagination, real life, necessity, non-necessity, entertainment, just like, you're just like, hello? I just, hello, hello, hello. Because everything outside of me that I'm interacting with for the most part is like through a phone screen. Like, yeah, I'm seeing people in real life, obviously, like interacting with friends, even like talking to my mom, I'm seeing her through a phone screen. So like consuming social media, it seems so matter of fact. But I know because I've been creating content, like obviously we're getting a snippet of their day and even like snippets of what they recorded, because some things you just don't want to put out there. Some things didn't come out the way you liked, even if it was, true of your experience in that moment. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to share it. But there is no that in a day to day. It's like I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what the point is. I don't know like where I'm getting with this. I'm just like, this is my experience with I don't know. And my experience with I don't know is like, I don't know every day. I don't know like every 30 seconds. I don't know like every, you know what I'm saying? And I don't not like that. And I don't not, feel safe or like not want to walk with the Lord, which is a blessing, because it's like I know that it's very, very different for so many people across the globe. But I'm just like trapped in this very elongated moment of I don't know. And I don't know if trapped is the right word. Sitting, stationed, positioned. It's just I big freaking don't know. And I don't know what no is anymore, if that makes sense. So whenever something happens or something does changes, or if it does or if it doesn't, is essentially what I'm trying to say is I don't know what no is. There is no, like, no, not no. There is no definitive answer that I'm seeking anymore. You know what I'm saying? So now that's what I mean by like, I don't know what no is. I do know like what I need in terms of like, obviously the financial situation that we talked about. And in all honesty, I only need like that in part. Like, I'm not going to detail all of my situation, but I only need that in part because like I can eat every day. You know what I'm saying? But there's a different part of it where it's like, okay, this is odd. But it's also not putting me in an extreme place of I don't know, where it's like, no, I literally don't know what I'm going to do with my life if I don't get this financial breakthrough. And it's not that, which is why it's weird, because that's what I thought it would be. And now I'm like, I don't know anything. I don't know why I keep touching my hair. And having that, oh my gosh, having that openness of what no is, of what knowledge is, of what experience and wisdom is, I have no idea what that freaking means. Like this is just like 19 minutes of me saying I don't know. And I don't know if anyone's going to watch this. I don't know if anybody cares. I don't really care if anybody cares. I mean, obviously, like, I hope people get something from it, or like I hope that you enjoy it. I'm not trying to make content, obviously, that like it's like you don't enjoy, but it's like I don't know. And that's it. Like, that's actually it. I don't know how I've spent over 20 minutes talking about I don't know. And I think I am content with not knowing what no is, like what I will come into knowledge of next in my life, in my finances, like, in my family's life, in my country, like the United States, because I'm like, isn't that trust? Like, is that trust? Is that what that is in God? And then I'm like, I don't know. And so I don't know. I'm not asking you to tell me what you know, because that's great. Like, I appreciate lessons. I appreciate perspective, but like, I don't know you like that, and you don't know me like that. And so I was raised to never give people unsolicited advice, which is why I never try to come in here and give advice. I always just come and talk about my life experiences, or literally like what I've read in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I'm like, okay, I guess I'm okay with not knowing and not knowing what not knowing means or what it indicates. And it's like not knowing if that even means or indicates anything, because it could mean nothing. And then we're back to I don't know again. So that's it. I actually don't have anything else to say. I don't know. I just think it's an interesting conversation because I feel like we are in the information age. And even in the information age, I feel like I know so little about my own life. You know what I'm saying? And even the information that we do get about like other people's lives or other circumstances, you know, we still could only be getting part of that. And so now I'm not like being all philosophical, like I'm embracing what I don't know because I don't know that I don't know it, like blah, blah, blah. I just didn't know what else to talk about. And like, this is kind of the only thing that had been on my mind. And I thought maybe, obviously, there's nothing new under the sun. This is not the first time any human has experienced this. So I thought I would share it, you know, because I don't know what it could do for somebody. All right. No more I don't knows. No more I don't knowing. I'm going to go. I do know that. But thank you guys for watching. This episode is probably uncharacteristically very short. And I don't know what I'm going to do next week, but I am also baffled because I forgot to mention it last week. I was on a different mission last week. But this is my 41st episode. My goal this year was to post 50. It is the first couple of days of October, and I'm on episode 41. Hello? That's insane. I can't even believe it, honestly. Like, I actually can't believe it. And I've almost posted like 200 videos on YouTube, which is also crazy. Crazy. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go now.